Welcome to the Dr. Dare Show live on Facebook and YouTube. Welcome, everybody. We have three topics, um, and so we will cover those momentarily. But I'd like us to check in and see how everybody's week has been going. Mine has been pretty busy. It kind of moved really fast. Just a lot of busy stuff. Yeah. Um, Another thing, COVID cases seem to be going up. I don't know if it's that new COVID variant, the Delta variant. Hey, Nicole Kelly, welcome. How was your week? How was your day? Whether um, yeah. And so we have three different topics tonight. One is, why do people date for 10 to 20 years and wait until they are old to marry their significant other? Why do you stay in this type of relationship? That's number one. Number two, should the husband slash wife or girlfriend slash boyfriend tell their significant other about how many sex partners they have had in the past? Why or why not? And number three is, what do you think happened to Summer Wells? And I will give you more details about that story. But if you're not familiar with it, there's a link to that story um, that I supplied on the announcement, but I will send it right here as well. If you don't know anything about Summer Wells, that's her. That's information right there. But welcome. We haven't started. We're just getting started. We're excited. Woo! It's Friday. It's Friday. The weekend is starting. But those are our three topics. Number one, why do people date for 10 to 20 years and wait until they are old to marry their significant others? And then why do they stay in this type of relationship? That's number one. Number two is, should the husband and wife or girlfriend or boyfriend tell their significant others about how many sex partners they have had in the past? Why or why not? And number three is, what do you think happened to Summer Wells? And I will give you a little bit more information about Summer Wells as we get started. But right now, just check in and let me know how you're feeling. You're feeling sad, you're feeling happy, you're feeling blah, whatever that looks like for you. Yeah, and we will get started when more people. And once you get in, click share. Um, on this show, we do like to get your opinion. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong. At the end of the day, it is your opinion, so you can voice it here, and nobody's going to uh, chastise you or beat you up or make you feel like you can't come back and speak your mind, because that's what we welcome. So welcome. Hello. And hopefully y'all can hear me. Hopefully it'll tell me if you can't. But anyway, we will get started momentarily. We got three topics, kind of, sort of, tonight. The first one is, why do people date for 10 to 20 years and wait until they are old to marry their significant other? Why do you stay in that type of relationship? Number two, should the husband and wife or girlfriend or boyfriend tell their significant others about how many sex partners they've had in the past? And number three, what happened to 5-year-old Summer Wells out of Tennessee, who's been missing since June 15th? Just a lot of sketchy details in that story. And I've been covering that on my my YouTube show, and on my Instagram Reels and page for the Dr. Dare Show. And so I get a lot of people talking about that case. So I wanted to kind of talk about that and get your opinion. Poor thing, it's been since June 15th, which is a long time, more than a month. And yeah. Hey, Tanisha, welcome back. Welcome back. Uh, yeah, it's been a minute. We missed you on here. Glad you're back to talk to us. We really did miss ya. Welcome, everybody. Just come in and join. We welcome everybody. These topics, if you feel like you have an opinion, don't hesitate, don't hold back. We like all different types of opinions, and you can talk. But right now, we're just checking in and getting to see how people's week went. Been a busy week for me. Kind of just, I don't know. I've seen a lot of, not that many clients this week. I think everybody's on vacation and stuff, but I've seen a lot of clients. Then I have like 5 or 10 jobs. So Yeah. Always busy. So tonight we usually do this is our topic hop Friday. So we hop from topic to topic. We usually have two or three topics depending on um, the situation. Tonight we have three topics. Number one is how do people date for like 10 and 20 years and then they finally get married after they get older? Kind of explain that and why would they stay in that type of relationship? And then number two is should the husband and wife or girlfriend or boyfriend tell their significant others about how many sex partners they had? And number three is our Summer Wells. Where is Summer Wells? What has happened to her? Hopefully, if you're not familiar with the case, I put the link on here so that you can go click on the link and kind of read a little bit about Summer Wells. Summer Wells went missing June 15th. It's just so many different stories out there from her mother, grandmother, dad. Just stuff is not adding up, and this 5-year old little girl is still missing, and it's what's today, July 23rd, and she went missing on June 15th around 6:30 p.m. So we will get into all of those stories tonight. We just welcome everybody and glad you're here. This is a friendly space to talk and share and don't feel scared. And we will start at 8:40 just to give everybody time to come in. And when you come in, click share. Click share. Hopefully everybody has had a great week. Hopefully everything went well for you and things like that. And we'll get started momentarily. Let me know if you're having trouble hearing me. Sometimes this thing echoes weird, but I think I'm okay. Yeah. Oh, why is it not moving down? Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. Hey, Chris, what's going on? What's going on? Chris Wilkes come in and started already. Hey, Chris. We'll get started in a second, Chris. But yeah. And then, hey, Greg, what's up? VA, my Virginia people are in the building tonight. So got Virginia, Atlanta. Yeah. So good topic. So let's get started. Karen. Woo hoo hoo. Hey, Karen. How's your week been? How's your week been, Chris? How's your week been, Greg? Hopefully everybody had a good week. And so we're covering three topics tonight. Sorry, I keep repeating, but I see the numbers climbing up on my number count, so I have to make sure. We haven't started yet, but this is Topic Hop Friday, and we hop from topic to topic. We have three topics tonight. Number one is why do people date for 10 to 20 years and wait until they're old to marry their significant other? And why do they stay in this type of relationship? And number two, should the husband or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend tell their significant other about how many sex partners they've had in the past? And number three, we are going to be covering Summer Wells, which is a 5-year old girl who went missing out of Tennessee. I've been covering that story on my Dr. Dare YouTube show and my Dr. Dare Instagram, and I've been getting a lot of hits from Tennessee and talking to people from Tennessee, and they're giving me additional information about the area in Tennessee. So if you're on, I hope you're on. I hope you can share some insight from a Tennessee perspective that we can't see here in Georgia or in Virginia or anything. So we will get started. I said we will start at 5:30. I mean, my computer is the time thing is off on my computer, but so it's 8:39. So at 8:40 we will start. And I don't know what I did with my phone, but anyway, so yeah, check in, let us know how you're going, how's your week, and all of that stuff. And share this video. Share. We love it when you share. Karen says it's been a good week. Hope everyone is having a great week. Yes, mine just went by so fast. I don't I was busy. Okay. So, okay. Where's my phone? I just came from teaching class and just had to come take a shower and jump into the chair because I stayed after class too long talking to my Zumba family. But yeah, it's been a good week. The COVID stuff is starting to move up. Hopefully, everybody's vaccinated. If you're not, I'm not here to try to change that. Just hopefully you are. Anyway, so let's get started. Here we go. So our first question is, why do people date for 10 to 20 years and wait until they are old to marry their significant other? Why do you stay in this type of relationship? And I think Chris started us off. So I'm going to go back to his comment. Chris says some couples are in symbiotic relationships, meaning that they are in a relationship that is mutually beneficial and marriage is not important. Okay, that makes sense. So you're basically saying, what did they used to call that when you were in a marriage after 7 years? A common law marriage or something like that, I think it is. But so Chris is saying that it's a symbolic, basically, it is a relationship, really, but not really. Well, it is kind of, sort of. And that is beneficial for both of them to stay in that situation. So there's some kind of benefits they're getting from being together and not common law. That's what it was. Okay. Um, and so I just didn't understand because I see this in a lot of my high school friends, and I'm like, they were together all through high school, and then all of a sudden, I'm not gonna tell my age, but they're older now, and they're just getting married, and I'm like, why? Why would you stay for one? Why would you stay? But Chris makes a good point. It's beneficial. Then I saw Nicole Kelly says most people are comfortable probably, and they're just like, um, hey, this is good for us. But what about commitment? Do you think there's a fear of commitment in that type of situation as well? I get what Chris is saying that it's beneficial, maybe, but I think there's fear in that commitment aspect of that. Or do they just not like that person? Because I've had clients who they've been with, and I tell people this all the time, they've been with their significant other for years, and then they will break up and they will go marry somebody else right away. What is that about? So Kelly says it's comfortable. Chris says it's beneficial to both. Um, you know, what is it? Do you think it has, and I'm looking at from a therapist perspective, do you think it has anything to do with the way they were raised? Did their parents not get married? Is there people in their ear telling them that yeah, I wouldn't get married? Or I'm sure it depends on the person too. What are your thoughts out there? Got some new messages. Hold on. Oh, Tanisha says I'm trying to figure this out too. I just don't understand. Yeah, and Kelly says it's all of the above. Yeah, I was seeing this on Facebook on some of my friends' pages who, you know, like I said, were together for a long time in high school, dated, had kids, had all of those things, and just all of a sudden got married. And I'm like, well, I hate to put it like this, but it's like your half your life has been, you've already lived it. Do y'all know anybody that's been in that type of situation? And why wouldn't the person leave? Why, for me, I would be like, well, if I'm not good enough to be married, why be in this? And I get it for the people who, some people don't want to get married, and that's your prerogative. That's your decision. People don't want to get married. And Kelly says yes. I don't know. I just think that's strange. I think you build that bond with someone in a relationship for years. 10 years is a long time. And you build that relationship with someone, but it's not enough to say I am committed to you and I will take your last name. I don't know. Greg says, let's see. Let me get to there. Greg says some feeling if married it lost long, Greg. Some feeling if married. It won't let. Oh, Greg says some people feel like if they get married, that it is not going to last long. That it's going to um, kind of end the relationship. And I have seen that where they were excellent together, just being in like a dating situation or just a couple simple situation, a symbolic, like Chris was saying, a symbolic relationship. But as soon as they got married, things went left. And I could see that happening too. I don't know. It's like that big word of marriage gets attached and then people get scared. Tanisha says, I have an aunt that has been with my uncle for over 25 years and they are still not married. Yeah, we see it all the time. And I know we see it a lot in our community, the black community, a lot. Yeah, and Greg has a point. Like sometimes when they do get married, say Tanisha, if your aunt and uncle, well, they get married, symbiotic. They get married. Would it change that 25-year connection? Would it go wrong, like Greg was saying? Like, will that change everything? And Kelly, like, marriage is not for everyone, and I agree. That's why I put that out there earlier, Kelly, because sometimes marriage does change things, and it makes the relationship not right. I wonder why though, because all it is actually putting a title, connecting it to it's a public commitment and it's telling everyone, hey, this is the person that I've chose to be with and forever. And Chris, what did you I meant to say symbiotic. Okay. Not symbolic. And you can't walk away as easy. Oh, so Kelly saying with marriage, you can't walk away as easy if once you attach that name to it. Once you attach that name to it, you can't just walk away basically. Anything else? That's true. And Chris, yeah, you said it like they both benefit from being in that relationship more so. But when you benefit being married too, don't you get more? And I don't know anything about laws and taxes and all that stuff, but do you get more benefit if you're married versus just living together? Based on what I hear from other people. Right. Well, it is like getting a divorce is a lot of work. Like it's not like 1, 2, 3 and it's done. It does require a lot. But I don't think people even think about that. I think it's a big the word marriage is just this big thing that's unknown, that's scary to some people, especially if you grew up in a household where no one was married. Like Tanisha was saying, her uncle, I guess, is dating this lady for 25 years and never got married, and it's like that big. But I'm like, everybody knows that you're a couple. Everybody knows that y'all have been together all these years, and it's kind of expected. But again, I'm not here preaching about marriage. I'm not here trying to make people get married. Good stuff. It was just a question that popped in my head, and I thought I'd bring it here because I've seen it a lot. A lot of people do that. It's like common law, like Chris said, that once you're married after 7 years, it's kind of a common law marriage. Okay, let's see, let's see. Okay, any more on that topic? Again, welcome, welcome, welcome. I see the numbers going up again. This is the Dr. Dare Show live on Facebook and YouTube, and we're covering three topics. The first topic is why do people date for 10 to 20 years and wait until they are old to marry their significant other? Why do you stay in this type of relationship? That's number one. Number two, I got to go find it again. Number two is should the husband or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend tell their significant other about how many sex partners they've had in the past? Why or why not? And number three, we're discussing what do you think happened to Summer Wells? And that topic came from my YouTube channel. I've been getting a lot of people from Tennessee where this happened at, and it's a 5-year-old girl who went missing June 15th. She's still missing, and the stories are so bizarre from the parents that we want to talk about all of that. But we'll get to that. But we're only on our first topic of why do people date for 10 to 20 years and wait till they're old to marry their significant others. We got a lot of responses of saying that it's symbiotic, that it's a benefit for the couple to not get married. And number two, some people were saying that marriage is not for everyone, so that's why they don't get married. And I'm trying to compose everybody's thoughts. And Chris says living together is simply making agreements and arrangements, but marriage has boundaries. Some people feel like boundaries restrict them. Right, but we all need boundaries, and I think you should have boundaries in a marriage, but it should be a balance between the husband and the wife. Like it shouldn't just be one person is getting everything. It's kind of like the conversation we had last week where the men, I think, because of society and religion and the Bible and all of that stuff, men think they're the head of the household, and so they get everything they want, and the women are just kind of sitting back and letting it go. So but yeah, so Chris says I got off into a tangent. I don't even know. Living together is simply making agreements and arrangements, but marriage has boundaries, and some people feel like boundaries restrict them. Yes. And if you look at marriage in a negative perspective, then it can look like you're being restricted. But if you're with the person I think that you love, there's going to be that equal balance. I tell my clients that all the time. I do a lot of couples counseling. I love couples counseling. There is it has to be a balance between the man and the woman. It can't any type of imbalance within the couple relationship, there's going to be problems. And a lot of it stems from childhood, the way you were raised, the way you communicate. If you don't communicate, then there's going to be problems. And communication issues are they can be undercover if you don't understand them. That's why you should go see a therapist. Yeah. So Jade, well, hey Jade. Jade says she's replying to Nicole Kelly's. What did Kelly say? Let me go back. Based on what they hear from other people, you can't walk away as easy. And Jade says, "Yep, you can't walk away as easy." I think that's what you're. Yep. And fear. I think fear is a big component because when you hear that word marriage, it's like this big thing that you know scares people. And then sometimes I've seen it. They get married, they've been together 10 to 20 years, they get married, and then all of a sudden it's a divorce. Good stuff. Okay, let's go on to the next topic. If you have any more information on that topic, you can still talk about it. But we're going to the next one. Let's see. Good stuff, though. Uh, Next topic. Should the husband or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend tell their significant others about how many sex partners they've had in the past? Why or why not? I am interested in what y'all have to say on this one. I was trying to say stay like in the relationship realm of things tonight because I didn't see anything that stood out like that was going on in social media world or except my last topic, which like I said, I'm getting a lot of people from Tennessee talking about that. Kelly says nope. Why not, Kelly? And so Kelly's saying nope to the question if you're just joining in. Should the husband or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend tell their significant others about how many sex partners they have had in the past? Why or why not? Kelly says no. Tanisha says no. So we're in agreement. There's a consensus here. No, because it's none of it's none of their business. Okay. Tanisha says, no, it is none of your business, and you will not know how many sex partners she has had in the past. Nicole Kelly says, Greg says no. Kelly says nope. Tanisha says no. Kelly says because some people can't handle it, and most likely they'll lie anyways. So you think you won't ever get the truth about that history? Jade says absolutely not. They should not ask. Yep, and I mean I agree with all of y'all. It seems like like I said, y'all are incongruent with the no's. And I agree, especially if you're dealing with a person that is jealous already. And so some people that are jealous can't handle the fact that you have been with someone else before them, even if they didn't even know you then, even if you know, you haven't been in contact with those people in forever, but some people with the jealous spirit will take that and use that against you. So I'm in agreement with no, because we don't need to live in the past. I always say that with being mindful with your relationships, being mindful with your life. Like stay away from the past. Things that happened in the past, you can't change them, you can't control them. Things that happen in the future, you don't know what's going to happen in the future. So don't try to control those things either. So stay in the present. Be mindful. Be where you are. And hey, Karina, woo, how are you? My niece on here. It's a no for me. It's in the past and we were moving forward. It doesn't affect what we are trying to build. And I agree. Why go back in the past? Why go in the past? Chris says it's very risky. It is, especially if you're dealing with someone that's jealous already. And they're going to take that and use that to their benefit and chastise you every time they get a chance. um, Yep, and Kelly's replying to Karina's with a star, like, yes. I read Chris is very risky. I think, hold on, did I skip? And Jade says, or they will bring it up and use it against you later. Yes, that's why I'm like, no, that's not a good idea. Because, for one, it's in the past and leave everything in the past. That's the problem. I think people don't realize that when you dwell in the past, you create anxiety, you create anxious feelings, nervousness, because, you know, why are you there? Leave it. It's past. That's why it's in the past. Let's see. Uh, Tanisha says, I'm like, let's focus on us now. Yeah, because that's who it's about. It's currently about the present. Stay in the present. I teach that mindfulness. If you never heard what mindfulness is, that's what it is. It's staying in the present so that you're not worrying about things that you can't control. Because as soon as you start thinking about the past, as soon as you start thinking about the future, you're going to start worrying, and that's what we don't want in a relationship. It's just going to trigger. And Greg says yes, they're going to get mad if you start naming partners, who you slept with, what y'all did, where y'all met, where you did it at, all of that stuff. And then that partner who asked is sitting there fuming in their own brain, having ruminating thoughts about, oh my God, I can't believe she did. And then who knows what names will be called, but it could just go left so fast. Karina says, I'm good. I was on your other live. I was wondering which page everyone was commenting on. Oh, so you couldn't find, well, they should be all tied together, except when you go on YouTube, when you reply, I don't think you can see everybody else's comments. I think Karen was telling me that because she was on YouTube once, and I don't know why that is because I'm using not StreamYard. What is this? Anyway, it ties all of them together supposedly. So I have to work on that. Which page were you on, Karina? Okay, and welcome. And the numbers I keep climbing, so I have to keep reiterating what I'm doing. So this is Topic Hop Friday. Welcome to the Dr. Dare Show live on YouTube and Facebook. And we usually topic hop on Fridays. We start with one topic, then we talk about another topic, then we talk about another topic. You get it, topic hop. So our first topic was people that have been together for 10 or 20 years. Why didn't they get married, or why did they wait till they got older? I don't think we addressed that part though on here, y'all. Why did they wait till they get older to get married? What are your thoughts on that? Anyway, that's the first topic. Number two is, should the husband, wife, or girlfriend slash boyfriend tell their significant others how many sex partners they have had in the past and why or why not. And we got a resounding like, woo, no, 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 we shouldn't do that. I agree. It just creates drama. Chris says, my mom always told me to tell your significant other things on a need to know basis. If they don't need to know, then don't need to tell them. It's not that you are being secretive, but they might hold that information against you. I kind of agree with that. I kind of agree with that, especially if it's something that, what is telling somebody about your sexual past going to do for your current relationship? What is the benefit of that? Is that even a logical thought? What is the reasoning for that? Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. So yeah, back to number one. Like I said, we topic hop. Why do you think people wait till they get older to get married? Because I've seen that. Is it that you've done everything that you wanted to do sexually? And you're worn out, and now it's like, oh, this has been my partner for all these years. I might as well, make this official before it's time to go to the ground. I hate to say it like why do people wait till they're older? That's the part I'm confused at. It's like, did you sow your wild oats? Did you get all of that out of yourself? And now it's like, okay, I'm ready to. Oh, were you on the Dr. Dare page? I mean, Karina, you probably was on my Frederick Dare page. I'm gonna have to start sharing this to that page. I gotta figure that out because I'm sure a lot of people do that. Yeah, yeah, I'll figure that out. But yeah, y'all, what do y'all think? Why do people wait till they're older to get married? But it sounds like we're all in agreement that it's a no, 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 no to bring up the past, talk about the past. Now, other things, like if it's something that, like if you have some kind of medical history or some kind of, why they have to be worn out? That's my question. I'm like, why wait till you're older to marry that person? Like, did you feel like, oh, it might be something better out there? The grass may be greener on the other side. All the cliches we hear. Is it one of those things? Why they wait till they get older to, Karen, I'm just asking. Tanisha says maybe they wait because they finally realize people don't want them anymore. So they settle with that one faithful person in their life. That is horrible. That, don't you think that's horrible? Maybe they wait. Tanisha says, and she makes a good point. Good point though. Maybe they wait because they finally realize people don't want them anymore. So they settle with that one faithful person in their life. Wow. But that's an insult. Like, to me, because it's almost like you're telling that significant other that you're not worthy of who I am when I'm attractive and young and ready to go. Greg says for the benefits. Oh, like insurance benefits. So like when you're getting older, you need those benefits for your when you start getting older, you need to go to the doctor more because things start breaking down. Okay, that's a possibility, Greg. Uh, Karen said, Tanisha, really? And Greg, you said just for the benefits again. Good point. Karina says, I don't know. They realize there's nothing else out there. And I know, Karina, and that's why I'm like, why do they stay? Why do people stay? And I've seen this happen recently, probably like last year. Um, these people were together, they got grown kids basically, and then they dated all these years, 10 to 20 years, and then they finally tied the knot. And Tanisha says maybe they wait because they finally realize people don't want them anymore, so they settle with that one faithful person. And Karina agrees with you, Tanisha. That is, yeah, it is. That's bad, but people are doing it, and I don't get it. I know a lot of people don't want to be married. I get it. And marriage isn't for everybody. Some people don't want to face that either, but marriage isn't for everybody. Some people don't want to, like Chris talked about boundaries earlier. Some people don't want to let go of their boundaries. They like their life the way it is. If they're not tied down, then they can still kind of do what they want to do and not have those restrictions, not have to change who they are. But the part I don't like about it is when you get older, then you say, okay, I'm ready to get married. Just kind of what Tanisha was saying. Oh, I done did all the stuff I wanted to do now, and nobody wants me now because I'm a bit older, chubbier, got gray hair, missing teeth, all that stuff. And now, you know, and Chris is piggybacking off of Greg saying some people get SSI benefits and some people get death benefits from a spouse that died when they were young, and those benefits kind of disappear or you know go away when they remarry. So that's another perspective of that too. Get it? Yep, that's a good point. Karina says, I know of a couple who were together for years and finally got married, and after a couple of years now divorced. And I put that up, Karina, earlier too. I said, um, that's what happens sometimes. It's like once they label that relationship with that word marriage, and then it just goes kaput. Yeah, good stuff, y'all. Sorry, I jumped back to no, I'm not, because that's what we're doing. We're comping hot. And Greg is agreeing with Chris with the benefit aspect of it. Like you lose benefits, you may like if you get money in from a previous spouse, or you get more benefits when you get older and you get married, you get more benefits. So it's twofold, I guess, with um that. Interesting stuff. So we got no, 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 no on sharing your past sexual history with your current lover, partner, whatever. And then several different reasons why people don't they stay together as boyfriend girlfriend for 10 to 20 years and then they never get married, or partners for 10 to 20 years and they never get married. Karen says sometimes it's for health, legal benefits, and power of attorney. Got it. Yep. So a lot of y'all are incongruent, are you all congruent with your thoughts that it could be a benefit perspective on why people wait till they get older. That's sad though, because you're missing out on seeing that person, your life partner, being there for you. They're there for you all these years. They're taking care of your kids. They're doing everything they need to do to support you. And then I just wonder how they feel. Like, what are they feeling inside when they're not getting married? Um, but they want to be married, but they've been with this person for 10 or 20 years. And then they feel like, hey, if I don't want to start all over, so let me just stay here. That's I don't know. I don't know. That's sad. I digress. Okay, we're going to hop to our next topic. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with my Dr. Dare page, but I've been covering this story. Um, and you can keep talking about that topic if you want. Make sure you share this live as well. Yeah, it's very sad. So, guys, if you just joined, we've covered two of our three topics tonight. We talked about, and you can still chime in on those topics. We talked about our first one was why do people date for 10 to 20 years and wait until they are old to marry their significant other? Why do you stay in this type of relationship? We got all kinds of responses to that. Some people think it's benefit, some people think they are afraid of the word marriage. So, some people have given examples of like people who have been together for 10 to 20 years all of a sudden get married and then they get divorced. No, I don't understand that concept or that dynamic, but it happens. I've seen it happen. And then our number two, our question was, should a husband and wife or a girlfriend or boyfriend tell their significant other about how many sex partners they've had in the past, why or why not? And we got a resounding no from the Dr. Dare gallery out there. Everybody's like, no, that wouldn't be a good idea because it would create chaos and jealousy and every other potential. Hey, Chantel. Let's see what you're saying. You're saying I have been married for 25 years. We waited we waited 8 years before marriage. I'm getting all these we waited for oh my god. Sorry y'all. I've been married 25 years. We waited 8 years before marriage. We weren't older, but we both wanted to complete our education and establish ourselves. Some people just do it for others, like family and friends that never stop nagging. Okay, that's some good points. So you brought in a different perspective, Chantel, about um, and I can understand that piece of, hey, let's get established and then we'll get married. I'm on board with that. My thing is when you just dating and you don't want to make that commitment and it's 10 to 20 years, there's no rhyme or reason or rationale to why you haven't got married. You just like Tanisha says, maybe they wait because they finally realize that people don't want them anymore. I think that's tragic and sad. Um, but I'm good with um, together for 25 years, not married that long. So were you how long were you married? 8 years. We waited 8 years before marriage. We weren't older. Okay. Got it. Yeah, but I still think that's a good reason. Like that's a logical reason why to wait. But for somebody that just has no reason of why I'm waiting and I'm dating this person for 10 to 20 years and there's no rationale of why we haven't got married. And again, like we said, sometimes the marriage is not for everybody because some marriages just end in divorce and that's okay. But yeah, I just wondered that. I just saw people on my page getting married after 20, 30 years and I'm like, wow, that's kind of hurtful, I think. I would think. And you can't tell me that one of those people in that relationship did not want to get married. They just silently went along with the okey doke. That's what I feel. But anyway, so our last topic, and I don't know if you guys have checked out the link that I sent on this. It's right there again. But there is a 5-year old that went missing in Tennessee on June 15th, around 6:30 p.m. But this is the story. So if you follow me on YouTube or you follow me on Instagram, I did a full YouTube show on this case because I just thought it was bizarre. But so the grandmother, allegedly, the grandmother was outside, the mother was outside, and the 5-year-old little girl was outside planting flowers or something in a garden. And the 5-year-old wanted to go into the house for some reason, I forgot, and went in the house. The brothers were allegedly in there playing on the internet, and Summer, only 5 years old, went into the house. I think she went down into the basement and never hasn't been seen since June 15th. Uh, it's now July 23rd, and so there's some bizarre stories out there, and I just wanted to know your thoughts on this story. What do you think happened to little Summer? The mom. There's a video circulating around on YouTube, and if you look up all of this stuff, you'll see different stories, and the mom and the dad are giving different stories or different narratives about what happened to little Summer. And I saw where someone was saying that the mom was jealous of the 5-year old, her own 5-year old daughter. Um, the There is a video circulating that they went to some swimming. I think it's a hole. They're in Tennessee, and leaving that swimming hole, there's a video out there where Summer, 5 years old, is in the back of a red truck, I think. She's slouched over on these gallons of milk and she's not moving. She looks Go out there and look at the video. I don't want to give you the but it's a very sad story. So I was thinking, what do you guys think happened to little Summer? If you're and I've been talking to a lot of people in Tennessee. They've been watching my videos and commenting and giving me background on kind of the location of the house, and it's in a wooded area. And but yeah, what are your thoughts? What do you think happened to little Summer? And I'm starting to see this trend of children just disappearing in their own houses out of the blue. And right now the police department feels like it is foul play involved, but nobody's. So if anybody that lives in the area, that's joined in Tennessee, please chime in. I would love to hear your perspective on this story. I know if you haven't heard the story, I see everybody's kind of got quiet, but if you haven't heard the story, that's what it is. And I have a passion for people that go missing, and trying to help them. If you followed my page, you would see that I've talked to a lot of people, um, in the areas that these people go missing, and they give me a lot of information. And yeah, so I thought this was a story. I just tagged this on at the end, but yeah, if you're out there, would love to know your thoughts. Do you think the mom did something to Summer? Do you think the family, the brothers, did something to little Summer? Because the strange thing was, when Summer went missing on that June 15th, the mom, instead of calling the police, I believe she called her husband, and then he then called the police. So it's just strange. I don't know. Uh-uh. But yeah, but we can continue to talk about the other stories. Everybody got quiet, so they're like, what are you talking about?" So if you're just joining, these are the three topics. I'm going to put them back up on the screen. If you want to chime in on any one of those, feel free to. Yeah, but great show. We're almost at our hour. Okay. Tanisha says there has to be some foul play. The family knows something. Yeah, Tanisha, and they're not really. Every time they give a story or they talk about it, it's the timeline doesn't add up. Um, just when I'm watching as a therapist, I'm always looking at body language. I'm always looking at eye contact, and if you're closed, if you're just all those different things, and it's just something strange. But like I said, I've been getting a lot of feedback from the women in Tennessee, um, that live near this area. That's just really, we're all trying to get little Summer home, but I don't know. What are your thoughts out there? And if no thoughts, we will close up. And so if you're just coming in, please click share. We've talked about three different topics tonight. Number one, why do people date for 10 to 20 years and wait until they are old to marry their significant other? And why do you stay in this type of relationship? Number two, should the husband and wife or girlfriend or boyfriend tell their significant other about how many sex partners they've had? And then number three is, where is Summer Wells? That's our last question. We've jumped around to different topics. Um, Great show. I'm glad everybody came in and chimed in and shared their experiences. If there's anything that you feel like we skipped or didn't cover, let me know. If you have a topic for me to discuss on Fridays, send them to me and we will discuss. Chantel said, definitely sounds fishy. Being jealous of a 5-year old, shaking my head. People be crazy. God bless little Summer. We need to do better when it comes to missing people and children. Yeah, because people just, I always, on my shows, if you ever watch them, I always say people just don't disappear. Something has happened to them, somebody has taken them. But this little girl was at her house. That's what doesn't make any sense. And she reminds me of John Benet Ramsey, like what happened in that situation, because she just well, she was found murdered, I think, in the basement. But it was within the household, and that's the strange thing. So I try to highlight those stories time to time, on my pages. But if you have any information, you have an opinion, you want to talk about it, here it is. This live will be up. It's recorded. You can chime in. I get notifications when new comments pop up, and I do talk to address those comments as they come in. But thank y'all for sharing. Thank y'all for being here. I don't want to keep you too long, but thank you, thank you, thank you. I love when you share stuff. I love when you talk about your week and how you're feeling and how you check in with each other and talk to each other. But anyway, this is Dr. Dare Show Live, Facebook and YouTube. And I am out. Have a happy Friday. Have a great weekend and keep smiling. Right. Yeah, Karen, it does remind me of John Benet Ramsey's story. Same scenario, seems like it. It's just weird. Anyway. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all next week. Bye.